Okay, welcome to the first episode of this little 5 easy ways to animate your logo series. It's a way to give you some inspiration for logo animation, but it's also intended as a way for you to get familiar with the basic ways of animating text and paths. The first example here is basically it's a fly-in, and you can see here I just made a little preview. So bam, we have this, the logo flying in from the right, from the left, and having this rubber band effect before it settles nice and easy. Okay, to show how that was done, so basically I have my nice background here, and I have my logo, which you can see it's just a text layer, so I basically type the name here in directly into After Effects. Of course, you can use Illustrator files if you have your logo in Illustrator. Okay, so first things first, you can see if you look carefully here, there's a little crosshair here, which is the anchor point. This is where kind of the text will animate in on, and I know it will kind of have this rubber band effect against like an invisible wall here. So I put my anchor point in the end, because then when I, in a little while, will kind of try to do like squash and stretch, it will be from something around this point. Okay, undo. Good. So first of all, here around 1 second, this is my ending point. So I would just animate the position to start with. I press P for position. I turn on stopwatch. I move back a few frames, not a full second, but maybe almost. And basically I drag the text off screen, and I hold shift while I do it, so it's I'm sure that it's a straight line. So now the text just animates on nicely. Okay, the thing is that it's done with what we call linear interpolation, so it's the same speed from A to B. If I press this little sign here saying the graph editor, I think you can see it. So it looks like this. If it doesn't, make sure you click this guy, and you can see, select this edit value graph. So here you can see how my X and my Y parameter changes. So the X is just going from that to that, and the Y, of course, is not changing, so it's linear. I want to work on how this is. So there are, yeah. So the interpolation, that means that it doesn't need to have a linear speed. So, and I think I'll just press. I can see I have the first keyframe here selected, and if I press this guy, which is called Easy Ease In, you can see it'll do. Not much happened here. Oh yeah, maybe it is. So the drill here should be, I think it's not doing that much, but it should like ease in, that is like slowly getting more and more at rest here. But in all cases, I want to tweak it manually in my graph editor here. So instead of using these guys, there it was. So you can see how it slowly starts and then accelerates. You can press the other one here. So like that. So now it falls into space. So if it was like an arm or something, it will start like that, slowly accelerate and then decelerate here. Now it's something just hitting a wall, so it's not what we want. So instead I'd press, because right now we have X and Y as the same parameter, we need them to have them separate. So I press this little funny icon down here, and now you can see they were split up in X and Y. And I just press the X guy here, so I can just see the curve for the X. If I press this one, I get these Bechet handles, so I can start playing around with how the interpolation should be. Whoop. This is strange, so it kind of starts fast and then it gets slow, and then gets fast again. Maybe I should do something like this, just to showcase. Let's see. Bam. So it starts slowly, and then it goes faster and faster and faster, and then it finds its spot here. Actually, I kind of like that. Go away. And so what I could do is I could take this guy and I could do something like this. To show the effect, because sometimes we have like an overshoot, and so it was too fast, but yeah, something like that. That's a good way to make an overshoot without adding extra keyframes. Okay, I can go back to this. I think I will continue with just a few more keyframes, basically to have a bit of more of like a rubbery effect before it falls to ease. Go a few frames back, and I manually just do this back and forth a few times, like that. Okay, I think I'll undo the Y because I don't really need that. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, so it's kind of okay. I think I need to go in. I can see I can go do. If I zoom in here a little bit, maybe, you know. It's actually quite fine. Yeah. What? No. Yeah. Good. I will leave this guy again. So now I have this nice effect. Last thing, I need to go for the scale parameter to have the squash and stretch. So here it's addressed. So I press it. Actually, I do this as a backwards animation. So in the end, I know it should be 100%. And so I try to. So here, bam, bam. Here it's about hitting the back end for the first time. So I can basically just wow and wow. So when I make it higher, I also make it. So, okay. So what I can do to have it as 100% again, I just select my last keyframe, because I know here you can see it's 100%, 100%. The scale is right. So if I do Command C to copy that and put that here in the beginning, bam. So it'll start like this, and so now, oh yeah. Actually, I want the opposite, because I want it to stretch while it's animating on. So now I try to overdo it a little bit. So go for 100%, and then wow. So it was really overdone here, but let's see. And it's really fast. Maybe I should take down the speed a little bit. So something like that. Okay, and I can go back and see my original here. So what is the effect? Bam. That is what I want.